Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Batman review. Today it's Season 1, Episode 4, The Penguins of Jinx, which is Part 2 of Fine Feathered Finks. Nice rhyming once again from the show. Thank you for that. And this episode leaves off right where the last one ended, with Bruce Wayne in trouble on the conveyor belt, tied up in the net, heading toward a furnace. And what happens is that Bruce thinks very quickly here. He pulls out a lighter, basically, which has butane gas in it, which is pretty convenient that he had this on him, only on a TV show, I guess. And he basically throws the lighter into the fire, putting out the furnace, and this also allows him to escape the net somehow. So that takes care of our cliffhanger, basically. So then what happens is Batman and Robin are still trying to figure out the Penguin's plan from the first episode. And throughout the clues they get, they deduce that he's going to kidnap a movie star, Dawn Robbins. I'll talk more about her in a minute. Now, during all this, the Penguin is actually listening, and his ultimate plan is to actually have Batman plan a crime for him. Which sounds kind of smart in theory, actually, because he can adjust his plan based on everything that Batman says, but as we'll find out, there's a big flaw in this plan, and it really doesn't work. But I like the idea behind it. It was kind of creative. It worked. So we are then introduced to this character, Dawn Robbins, who was not in the first episode, and she's played by actress Leslie Parrish, who's actually a very solid actress. I've seen her on TV and in films before, but unfortunately she's given very little to do. She's basically just a plot device to be kidnapped, and while it's nice to see a female character in the show, once again, she's really not given any character development, hardly at all. But that's fine. You take what you can get, I guess. So Batman and Robin visit her, basically, and they tell her that the Penguin's going to try and kidnap her, so she agrees to let them stay. When the Penguin comes, he uses some gas to knock her out, but Batman and Robin are waiting there to basically take him in, apprehend him, however you want to say it. But it turns out the Penguin was planning ahead because he heard everything that was going to happen. So he had some kind of magnet outside, which actually gets Batman and Robin stuck to the wall because their utility belts are attracted to the magnet. I actually thought this was pretty funny. The way Batman and Robin were kind of just standing up against the wall was another one of those strange Batman experiences you just have to kind of watch for yourself. But I thought this was the funniest part of the episode. So it turns out, luckily, that they escaped with the help of someone who came to the house later that night. I'll just put it that way. And we learn there's now a ransom plot where Dawn will be exchanged for money. Pretty basic stuff. And it is decided that this is going to happen at Wayne Manor. And we also learn that there's some armor there, and Batman basically says him and Robin will hide in the armor, so when the Penguin comes, they'll be able to catch him. Now, the Penguin hears all this because he still has his transmitter working, so he decides he's going to plan ahead. When he gets to Wayne Manor, he basically uses the gas and uses it on Batman and Robin inside the armor and takes the money. So it looks like the Penguin's actually going to get away with this, but when he returns to his hideout with his henchmen, who once again do very little, add very little to the plot, but they are needed for the last fight scene, so I guess it's fine. When they get back to the hideout, Batman and Robin are waiting there, and they explain that they knew about the transmitter radio the whole time, and those were dummies in the armor, which is a little bit out there, I guess, but I'll just go with it. It's a Batman TV show, it's fine. And this leads to an umbrella fight. Yes, really, there's an umbrella fight and then some more fighting. Eventually, Penguin and his henchmen are knocked out and caught. So everything ends well. And then we get a last party scene at the end, and Dawn comes by. It was nice to see her character again, even if she didn't do that much in the episode. And it turns out that she fell for Batman, even though she only saw him for a little time. But of course she doesn't know he and Bruce Wayne are the same person. So that's basically how the episode ends. Probably a little bit more upbeat than the last one. Overall, I thought this was a very solidly constructed episode, and I give the Penguins of Jinx a 4 out of 5. Definitely another episode worth watching, so 4 out of 5 for the Penguins of Jinx. And as always, thank you very much for watching.